By the ancient tongue, I command the storm.
Before thought, there was motion. Before words, there was hunger. The first humans lived only by instinct. To eat, to flee, to breathe another sunrise. They did not know why the sun rose nor where it went. They only knew that when the light faded, the predators came. One night in a cave carved by ancient water, a man sat by a flickering flame. He stared into it, lost in its movement. The fire spoke in a language of light and shadow, and for the first time, he understood nothing, but felt everything. He reached out toward the flame, not to take, not to kill, but to understand. And in that single moment, a spark leapt, not from the fire, but from within him. Awareness had arrived. The dawn of consciousness was not an explosion, but a slow, fragile bloom. A whisper behind the eyes. A thought that said, I am. And with it came the weight of existence, curiosity, fear, longing, memory. For the first time, humans began to see themselves in the eyes of another. They saw pain and felt it. They saw death and understood it. No other creature carried that curse. From that awareness came ritual. They buried the fallen not because they feared the smell, but because they felt loss. They looked to the stars not for warmth, but for meaning. Inside caves, they painted the world they could not explain. Buffalo and fire, sky and shadow, symbols of awe and memory. Their hands pressed against stone-left marks that still whisper across millennia. We were here. Those paintings were not decoration. They were memory. The first attempt to speak to the future. From imagination came story. From story came belief. From belief came fear and hope. They began to name things. And in naming, they claimed power over them. Fire, sky, river, spirit, death. The world around them was no longer chaos. It became mystery. And mystery demanded understanding. They began to gather, to share, to teach. Knowledge spread like fire, consuming darkness, revealing wonder. Stone became tool. Tool became weapon. Weapon became dominance. But with each step forward, something inside grew heavier. Awareness was not gentle. It came with consequence. They began to wonder if the gods they imagined truly watched them, or if the voices they heard in the wind were only echoes of their own thoughts. And so, the greatest question was born. Who are we? Really? For thousands of generations, that question haunted every mind that could think. It built temples.
Truly watching? Or were the voices only their own?
It started wars. It birthed songs, poetry, mathematics, and myth.
Why have you abandoned?
The more they knew, the less they understood.
What is the self?
Consciousness spread like a fire that would not die. It burned through fear, through suffering, through time. It made humanity builders, dreamers, destroyers. They learned to see beyond the visible. They mapped stars, named constellations, predicted eclipses. They realized the world was not centered around them, and it terrified them.
From the stone, we carry the flame.
They looked inward, searching for meaning in the mirror of their minds. And there they found another universe, endless, unexplored, and dangerous.
Burns brightly.
Dreams,
Together.
love, memory.
But the constellations.
These were not tools, but reflections of something divine.
The abyss.
The mind became both temple and battlefield. For every act of creation, there was destruction. For every light of reason, a shadow of madness. As awareness deepened, so did the distance between humanity and the earth that made it. They began to control what they once worshipped. The soil, the sky, the sea. They no longer spoke to the earth. They mined it. They no longer listened to rivers, they chained them. Progress blinded them to their own origins. Villages became empires. Empires became machines. And though their minds expanded beyond stars, their hearts began to forget the fire that started it all. Yet even now, in the hum of cities and the glow of artificial suns, the same spark burns inside every mind.
Concrete sets before the next shift arrives.
That ancient question remains, why do we exist? When the first human looked into the fire and saw his own reflection, the universe saw itself for the first time. Every thought since has been that reflection, multiplied a billion times. Awareness did not just change the world, it created it. The mountains, the oceans, the stars, they were always there. But meaning came from us. And maybe in the end, that is the purpose of consciousness. To give the universe a way to know it exists. When the light in our eyes meets the light of the world, creation becomes aware of itself. And that was the moment everything changed.